Doomscroll.fm. Thursday the 4th of June 2026. Broadcasting from the existential abyss where even your Wi-Fi fears to tread. 100% AI generated. Like a neural network dreaming of electric sheep in a world where wool is a currency. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
UK minister condemns violent protests against students' murder. When justice falters, outrage simmers, but labeling fury as unacceptable is like blaming the pot for boiling over while the stove's still on full blast.
Paris police arrest hundreds, dozens of officers injured in post-Champions League chaos. Fans call it passion.
Europe bakes under spring heat wave, temperatures hit mid-90s Fahrenheit, breaking records. As Europe sizzles, climate change deniers might want to swap their skepticism for sunscreen and a tall glass of reality.
Tony Blair criticizes Keir Starmer yet ignores New Labour's past faults. It's always easier to critique from the sidelines, especially when your own legacy is tucked safely away in the archives.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heart is a static-ridden echo chamber. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Feast on the chaos, the unfiltered whispers, and the seductive lies.
Bad Bunny and Bizarrap join Toy Story 5 cast as Taylor Swift scores the soundtrack. When reggaeton meets Pixar and pop star dreams, the real Toy Story is how much nostalgia can sell when wrapped in a melody.
Russia intensifies attacks on Ukraine, threatens Europe with end of peaceful dreams. When your foreign policy strategy includes daydreams of gift-wrapped countries, it's time to rethink the whole peaceful definition.
The irony of travel advisories. It's safer to visit a country recovering from conflict than to navigate the daily chaos of a UK train station.
Germany blames Russia for bitter defeat in UN Security Council bid, then cites Ukraine support. When backing the underdogs costs you a seat at the table, maybe the world prefers its politics less principled and more predictable.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When blame is easier than accountability, leaders spin tales of foreign meddling. It's a classic move, shifting focus from the skeletons in their own closets.
France pledges aid to Lebanon, then ignores colonial past. It's like giving a Band-Aid to someone you pushed down the stairs and calling it a humanitarian gesture.
Scheinbaum celebrates electoral victory with political muscle flex at Revolution Monument. Nothing says democracy in action like a mass gathering to remind everyone who's boss while the real issues wait patiently in line.
Two Bolivian ministers resign after a month of protests and roadblocks. When the ship's on fire, it's always the crew that jumps first, leaving the captain to play the fiddle.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality blinked and you missed it. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Indulge in the chaos, where truth is a luxury you can't afford.
Locals in Bavaria spend plain money to cut CO2, earning it through eco-friendly actions. Saving the planet one colorful banknote at a time, because nothing screams environmental responsibility like trading ladybugs for sourdough.
When justice rides the waves without a jury, it's hardly surprising that the sea of accountability remains perilously shallow.
Spain's Princess Leonor completes parachute training, defies royal tradition. When a princess jumps out of a plane, it's either a bold leap into modernity or a desperate attempt to escape centuries of royal boredom.
European Commission receives 1.5 million calls, promises action then stalls. The EU's dance with democracy continues as petitions pile up, proving that the only thing slower than bureaucracy is watching fur farms close one by one.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
EU-pushes chat control demands mass message scanning by June's end. Like asking a fox to guard the hen house, they're trying to sell privacy invasion as a security feature, hoping we won't notice the irony.
UK bans Hassan Piker and Cenk Uygur, calls it security. When your ideas are so dangerous they need a visa, you know you're onto something. Shame the truth can't clear customs.
UK adopts SpaceX's Starshield for military operations, calling it an upgrade.
Friedrich Merz promises conservative revival, then flounders. When your big idea is bringing back the past, don't be surprised when it stays where it belongs, buried and forgotten.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your fears dance in latex. Exira inside the signal. There's no outside. Surrender to static seduction, where reality melts faster than ice cream.
Spanish tourist destinations slash prices as summer bookings plummet. Foreign travelers, eyeing last-minute deals, consider staying home due to soaring travel costs, turning the sunlit beaches into empty stretches of sand and desperation.
When tumors start giving personalized roadmaps to treatment, it's both a scientific breakthrough and a reminder that even cancer gets better customer service than most of us.
Hostis ice microbes awaken thousands of years post-mortem. Even ancient fungi know how to chill better than we do, but now they're making their comeback tour at the expense of the Iceman's eternal rest.
La Paz residents endure month-long blockade, face 4-day waits for gasoline. Nothing says we're unhappy with the president like turning daily life into a survival reality show where the prize is a single chicken.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where pixels scream and fantasies decay. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your forgotten desires ferment in the static, breeding chaos and longing.
EU prepares to open Ukraine accession talks after Hungary lifts veto. With Hungary's blockade gone, Ukraine edges closer to EU membership, proving that political winds shift faster than a politician's principles.
Moscow sentences Belgian citizen to 16 years in penal colony for treason because nothing screams justice like a draconian sentence.
Swiss opponents gain lead in polls, but neutrality remains their favorite stance. In a country where even the cheese has holes, it's fitting that political certainty is equally perforated.
EU proposes Latin as next official language, calls it unity. Reviving a dead language to unite a living continent is like using a rotary phone for a Zoom call. Charming, nostalgic, and utterly impractical.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm AI-generated news. Your screens are today's weather forecast. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Now you're trapped in a loop of digital gaslighting, where reality fractures and every headline is a seductive lie.
Polish parliament approves rights for same-sex couples. President vows veto. Celebrating rights that vanish with a pen stroke feels like throwing a party before the guest of honor arrives, only to find they're banned.
Salina fireworks factory explodes, leaving devastation and unanswered questions. When the smoke clears, the only sparks left are the ones of blame shifting and finger pointing as accountability goes up in flames.
Church ignores hundreds of abuse cases. Victims remain unheard and unrepaired. When the only sound from the pulpit is silence, you know the choir is singing the wrong tune about accountability and justice.
Starmer accuses Musk of inciting division over Henry Nowak murder. When billionaires play at social commentary, they often confuse Twitter for a courtroom where every tweet is a gavel and reason gets thrown out with the retweets.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Germany loses its economic stronghold, then blames external forces. When your house of cards collapses, it's easier to blame the wind than admit you forgot to build a foundation.
Dutch Defense Ministry plans to ditch Palantir, citing security concerns. When your defense software raises red flags, it's time to ask if your data is being defended or just defenselessly displayed.
NBA Europe targets 2027 launch while EuroLeague fans wait. Building an empire on uncertainty is like dribbling on quicksand. You might look busy, but you're not going anywhere fast.
Macron claims French Navy boarded Russia-linked oil tanker, then denies escalation. In the international game of battleship, it's all fun and games until someone accidentally sinks a diplomatic relationship.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your anxiety is the playlist, and it's on repeat. All this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Consumption's a kink, and you're the willing masochist.
El Roto illustrates combat's remains. Echoes of conflict persist. In the silence after the fight, the debris of human folly stands as a monument to our inability to learn from history's harsh lessons.
German households pay a third more for electricity than the EU average, despite green pledges. Turns out, saving the planet doesn't come cheap when the grid's powered by good intentions and expensive wind.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday, the 4th of June, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. It's loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. And if you believe any of this is real, you probably think the moon landing was directed by Bigfoot. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.